Today, I will tell you how to outperform on this market. There is a huge psyop happening, which happened last cycle, which led to a bunch of people underperforming, sitting in the assets where it was actually comfortable to sit in the first place. I will explain to you with examples what you need to do, what type of assets you actually need to pick currently to outperform in upcoming couple of months. In wave 3, the most explosive wave of this market. And we will also talk on AMD on Blast. We broke through the last resistance. We were at $44 million market cap at the local highs at the time of recording these videos. We are trending above previous resistance currently, around 40 million market cap at the time of recording of this video. I do expect us to close above the last resistance, which would be very, very bullish for us to reclaim the all-time high and finally enter our price discovery. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and let's actually start. By the way, you can check out second ever video on this channel. I was in the same shirt and I was talking about Bobo. Nothing is random. I wanted to spend a bit of time on the current situation in the marketplace, speak specifically about Bitcoin and Ethereum, because we have a very, very interesting situation there right now. BTC is pretty much trending down from the start of this month, and we've seen lows and drop to $63,000. At the same time, what happened with Ethereum on this drop? Ethereum was pretty much just holding and was reversing back up around the area of 3,500. This is very, very important at this stage. You need to understand why this is happening. This is happening is because market expects move from Ethereum based on the start of Ethereum ETF. Some people are probably trading out of Bitcoin ETF to have additional liquidity for Ethereum ETF, as this is like a tech asset in the first place. They can value it better, right? And at the same time, the market cap is lower, so it should be given higher return in percentages in comparison to Bitcoin. And there is a lot of expectation on the marketplace currently that we are entering Ethereum season. And each and every whale that I actually know that I'm speaking to, they are actively looking for Ethereum betas at this stage to actually get into them. And here is where the psyop starts. Here is what I actually want to show you at this stage. We will be doing that based on Elliott waves on the chart of BTC from the previous cycle. We had wave 0 starting here, start of the move. Wave 1, first local top, local bottom. Wave 3, the top of this movement. Wave 4, correction. Wave 5, and essentially end of the move. Capitulation right after there. What we have to understand and what we have to see, and what I essentially want to tell you, is the explosiveness of these moves. Because when picking the assets, you want to pick them right before they will be entering the wave 3, because wave 3 is the most explosive one, and we can easily see this on the chart. From wave 2 and wave 3, we've done 14x's on Bitcoin. From wave 4 till wave 5, we've done 2x. A lot of assets on the marketplace are in the same situation currently. However, there are still assets on the marketplace that will only be entering or just entered their wave 3. Therefore, they actually have very, very good returns in comparison to you making 2 or 3x short term. You need to understand these things, because I can show you this chart on a bunch of examples on a bunch of charts. And very, very good example that I want to show you from the last cycle is comparison of Cardano and gaming. And in terms of gaming, we will be comparing Cardano to Axie Infinity, right? And the trap here is that when the asset already was in the wave 3, right? When it ended its wave 3, there is a large community about the asset. There are more people talking about the asset. Therefore, it's kind of safer to get into this asset, right? But you are heavily diminishing your returns by doing that on this market. We can check out Cardano and the structure and what was happening. Wave 0, wave 1, a low here, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5, right? Here is something that was happening in the first place. And you have to understand that your movement since wave 2 to wave 3 actually did 22x's. And here on this dip, everyone was saying, buy into Cardano, we're going higher, it's such a great asset, I've done so many exits and things like that. And if you actually bought here at the absolute local bottoms and you sold at the absolute local tops, which is quite hard to do, you only made 180% on your money. Whilst holders from here, they essentially made way more. So they had this movement of 3,200% in the first place. This is a PSYOP that awaits for you on the marketplace. It's not basically just directed on you in the first place, right? This is how the market works in the first place. By buying assets after wave 3, what you are doing often is you're pretty much just buying the bags of early holders. Max you can be getting is 2, 3, 4x depending on the situation, the marketplace and the market cap of the asset. Early holders will be making multiples of the hundreds of dollars and millions of dollars. They will definitely be dumping because you need to understand psychology as well. They were here already. They saw this top at the end of the wave 3. A lot of them did not sell here. A lot of them were thinking, wow, we're probably going higher and things like that. Then they saw this top. This type of pattern actually repeats on a bunch of charts as well. Some of them did not sell here as well because it's not this top already. Then they went down. Some of them were selling here. They were in pain. And therefore, instead of taking profits on 22 axis, they only took profits on 8 axis because they did not take profits at the top. And what happened after, we see wave 5, and a lot of them are taking profits here because they remember what happened with them. And you who bought here, you are often just left holding the bag because people are making 30x on this thing in the first place, right? They're making here 40x's and they're screaming to you about 40x's, and you only, if you bought local top and you sold at the local bottom, you only made the 2x. You would feel like you underperformed. You would feel like probably right here we will reverse just like here, but we won't. And you would just back hold and your money will just go to zero. This is something you have to understand. This is why it's very, very risky to buy the assets that finished the wave 3 already, the most explosive wave. I can compare it to Axie Infinity, to the gaming narrative exactly at the same time. Axie Infinity did not have a wave 1 when Cardano had its wave 1, right? And a lot of people were joining Cardano after wave 3, like somewhere here, we in the deep buy-in. Did they know that they would only be able to make even less than 3x if they bought local bottom? That's just crazy. So this is wave 0, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. After that, we're going into capitulation. Some of you might say, why are you not marking this as wave 3? Is because the movement from here to here is too explosive, and it cannot be following the theory that this is wave 3 and this is wave 5, because last fifth wave, it does not have this large of a movement. That's why I'm saying you that whole this movement is wave 3 in the first place. There are a bunch of assets right here with these type of charts. They had their first movement and they are consolidating for many, many months. And what's funny is one of the narratives that has these type of charts currently is crypto gaming. Even your AI coins, they had the wave 3 already, most of them. They will be underperforming short term. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Some were there and we will have this fifth high, right? But if you would be buying from here to this fifth high, you would be making 2 to 3x. However, if you was buying before wave 3, which you can do for gaming currently, you would be doing 800% conservatively. That's why you actually need to get into the assets and you need to understand the assets that are before the wave 3 at this stage. Because you will heavily underperform if you would be entering assets currently that had their wave 3 already. And I'm not saying that current assets that had the wave 3, they will be ending up the movement overall in this market, because we expect for the market to continue, right? It's just that returns there will be diminished. The assets that did not have the wave 3 are the most explosive one at this stage. And that's how we are coming to Andy on Blast. Most of your established memes, most of your established communities that are screaming about themselves here and there, they had the wave 3 movement. Here we are only entering wave 3 movement. We are not even before the all-time highs yet. We have conservative, without airdrop, without the same situation as with Bonk, without the crazy narrative, without Blast overtaking Ethereum layer 2. Conservative target, if this would be like a default asset on the market, conservative target is 3x from here short term, and then wave 5, which is 10x from here. 8 to 10x from here. Short term as well, because we should be seeing this movement short term because it's a meme token. Short term, I'm talking to you about maybe months 0.5 at this stage, 6 weeks, right? And we are at exactly ideal point currently because we surged up here. There is a high chance that we will have this daily close above this resistance level. This is last resistance level. I do believe that we actually already had daily close above this resistance level right here, and that's why we surged right after that, right? We might have after it a small resistance level right here, and that's why I'm telling you that we might stay here for some time, and that's why we actually got rejected around this level. Can you see it? We got rejected and we moved back. And right now we are consolidating, we are uptrending. We are trending up in order to actually break through. Like the chart of this thing is being drawn so beautifully. Market maker at work is so professional. It's so beautifully. What's nice is that we are actually following exactly the same movements in each and every resistance breakout that we actually had. Right here as well, we broke out, we rejected, we went down. We were consolidating, we broke up. We closed daily candle above the resistance, we went up. Right here as well, we went up, we rejected, we consolidated, we closed above this resistance level, we went up. Currently, the same thing is happening, specifically, exactly, toe to toe. This is the most beautiful chart that you can see on the marketplace currently with the only asset that is actually strong currently in the declining market in the last 7 days. And I know what I'm talking about. I longed Pepe exactly before the start of the wave 3. Right here was my public long. Right here at these levels, I closed it. You might say it was too early, right? But I specifically know what I'm talking about. I longed this asset and I took the large percentage of the move, making $450,000 out of $20,000 margin with my Pepe loan. But I also want to talk on the point of the Ethereum beta in the first place, because we have this Ethereum beta tier list from a whale, from a person. He probably has like several $1 million, if not tens of millions of dollars. I think he's one of the farmers on Blast with the largest amount of gold out there. Ethereum beta tier list, please note. First Pepe, second Mock, third Blast. Pepe and Mock are meme coins which are the most performing narrative in the previous cycle and this cycle so far as well. And Blast, which is layer 1, layer 2, you can call the layer 2 and layer 1s as well, which were most performing assets of the previous cycle right after meme coins. Therefore, there is a high chance we'll have the same thing happening as well this cycle. Indian Blast is a leverage bet. You can buy an asset out of the most performing narrative of this cycle, following the narrative of the first asset in the ecosystem that is third best Ethereum beta at this stage. And risk reward wise, because the market cap is lower at this stage, and you can check out the quality of the project, all the things that are happening, voice clap narrative, proven narrative that worked on base already. You can check out how well your risk reward is at this stage. And I can tell you one thing, that if you're buying into even larger assets right now, like Pepe and Mock, your risk reward, like your risks is actually higher than be buying into Indian Blast currently. Because these assets, they will be underperforming short-term heavily, because there are a bunch of back holders out there. If no one will care about these assets for several months, they will just start selling. They will just start trending down in a corrective wave 4. They will have the wave 5, which will not outperform wave 3 heavily. I showed you the chart. The performance, if you're getting on the lows of the wave 4 in wave 5, 200%, 300%, that's nothing. With Indian Blast currently, you would be getting at the start of the wave 3. We are not even at the previous all-time highs yet. The price targets that I'm showing you, they are very, very conservative at this stage. You need to understand this. And we have this setup very, very similar to Bonk currently. Bonk experienced 37,000% in price increase in the same conditions that we are in currently. And our airdrop is actually larger than the airdrop on Bonk. And our ecosystem is also better. And we have similar type of people, allegedly, working around the project as well. The narrative is just way better. It's the narrative of Pepe, it's the narrative of Boys Club, it's crazy narrative, it's the most performing narrative this cycle thus far, and it will continue to beat. And these assets, they will convince you the most to actually buy into them, that they are safest. But you are paying in this market for, and this is the tweet that I want to share with you, my tweet that sums up the whole picture very, very well. Every whale I know is looking for Ethereum beta right now, not understanding that assets that are presented as Ethereum betas, in the market now, and are established, have limited upside in them. Most of them finish the wave 3 and either on the edge of underperforming in wave 5 or are already in a corrective global wave 2 of the movement, underperforming wave 5 in comparison with the assets that will be entering wave 3 or just entered their wave 3. There is upside going on the market. The more established the asset is, the larger the community is, therefore it's the loudest. It's safe and comfortable to buy into them, because they are the loudest and they seem like safe, right? And people are still scared about meme coins. I am scared. I am really scared about meme coins, all in case I'm heavily underperforming, buying someone else large bags. But you know what are you paying with for safety and comfort in this market? You are paying with your profits. You are paying with underperformance. Assets that are currently being faded or viewed as risky and are only entering wave 3 will outperform heavily. They will short-term outperform heavily. We literally have last several days for these assets to pump like crazy. Last several days to get into them. This is a very similar situation with the second top of Bitcoin in the last cycle, Cardano and crypto gaming. I showed you this already. Cardano was heavily screamed about and underperformed. People were buying into the bags of current holders whilst getting dumped on. Again, you are buying at this local top, you're making 2x. Resulting in them overholding the bags much and capitulating at the bottom because they underperformed. Imagine you only got a 2x and same guys from Cardano communities are screaming to you, oh, I'm sitting on a 30x, I'm sitting on a 20x, we're probably going to 100x, 200x, and at the same time they're dumping on you. And you're just sitting on your 2x and you're left back holding. Crypto gaming was entering wave 3 and showed the most explosive move in the short term back then. At the same time, exactly the same time that you could have bought your ADA, if you have just bought X Infinity, you would be overperforming heavily till the end of 46 axes in comparison to 2 to 3 axes on ADA. Understand the upside in this market always. Crypto gaming was entering wave 3 and showed the most explosive move in the short term back then. We are in a similar situation in the marketplace currently. Choose assets that will overperform. There is nothing safe in this market, only psyops. Endon Blast is the best risk reward Ethereum beta right now, because most of the established Ethereum betas that are being spoken about as Ethereum betas currently, they unfortunately had the largest moves already. Their upside is limited. And if you think like this Elliott wave structure, it sums up psychologically like perfectly, because people that would be buying currently in 200 million market cap coins, right? They do understand that they will probably not be making a 10x from here, like short term. Like no way it's actually going to be happening. It's very, very hard for these assets. You need a bunch of liquidity. You need a bunch of time in the first place. And I explained this to you already. When you're buying in $200 million assets, like right here at this low, right? Like if you're buying into this asset right here, right? At the low of your wave 4, right? You are heavily underperforming in comparison if you're buying into the asset at the start of the wave 3. Only 2 axes on BTC. However, if you were buying at the start of the wave 3, you got certain axes. And the only thing you're doing here is that you're serving as exit liquidity for people who were not able to exit here. This is the only thing you're doing. And the psyop is, it's very, very safe. It's comfort to enter here. You're thinking, oh, I'm buying the FUD. I'm actually a nice trader. I'm a nice crypto investor. Yet, you are getting dumped on right here, right here, right here, right here by people who are not selling here. And right now, they're desperate to sell the bags because they felt a bunch of pain right here at these lows. This theory, this structure sums up the market structure, the market psychology perfectly. That's why Endon Blast is the premier Ethereum beta at this stage. It will be outperforming heavily moving forward. We have so much things moving forward lined up. No one yet is still talking about the assets. Like no one of large influencer is still talking about this asset. We still have sex listings. We still have active work from the market makers. We have airdrop. Pacman, the founder, is following us himself. We have so many catalysts. I gave you 15, 20 plus thesis, reasons there is no stronger marketplace with the same upside on the market currently, with the same quality, such a safe pick. People are entering with $70,000 right as we talk. I am getting DMs. People are saying, I just entered with $70,000. Get your conviction. I'm sharing my conviction with you because I know we will be winning. You can say I'm even farming social capital at this stage in a way, because I vividly understand it's obvious we will be in billions. It's obvious it's the best risk-reward asset. I am on purpose talking as loud as I can at this stage because this will be a winning asset. We will be winning. There is no other reality out there because the catalysts, they're just too huge. They're just too good. And I explained everything to you yesterday. Thank you very much for watching this video. I will be seeing you tomorrow. Bye bye.